Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hello, my name is Spiff, and today I'm going to be showing you how to achieve a beautiful glam skull makeup look. Now, this is something that's going to be very fast, something easy, something that is very last minute. So if you're somebody who just got invited to a last minute Halloween party and you have no costume or an idea of what you want to do, this is that makeup look for you. I got you covered, don't worry. So without further ado, let's get started. So first things first is I'm taking off my bottom half of the makeup, and I'm just using a makeup wipe to do that. Nothing special, nothing fancy. So for this first part, I'm taking a KVD nude eyeliner pencil, and I'm just sort of mapping out where I'm going to be starting and stopping the skull makeup. So you can pull up any reference photo of skull makeup and use that as a guide, but also just keeping in mind to follow your natural face shape so that way it looks more realistic and it's your skull, if that makes any sense. Also, don't necessarily follow the lines that I'm doing on the side where my cheekbones are, because I am going to be changing that and going up a little bit higher. Now for the teeth, I am just starting down in the center of my Cupid's bow and then working my way upwards and just sort of creating these like L-shaped teeth. So this is the part that I was telling you that I decided to go a little bit higher because I realized that I was just a little bit too low on my cheekbones and I could definitely swing it up just a little bit more. So I'm taking, this is the CC Beauty Professional Cosmetics 12 Flash Color Palette. This is a dupe for the Makeup Forever Flash Palette. And I'm taking the whites that they have and applying that as my base layer. And I will say these cream paints are super pigmented and are just phenomenal to work with and easily blendable, and half the price of the Makeup Forever Flash palette. So as you can see right here, I'm just setting the cream paint with the Makeup Forever translucent powder. I went ahead and I went with this one just because it is super fine and also it's transparent, so it's not going to add a tint to the white base. So now I'm taking the black and the CC Beauty Flash palette, and I am just defining my cheekbones and adding those details in there, just so that way I just know where my border is. Okay, so this product actually really shocked me. I did not think that this was gonna work as well as it did, but this is the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Waterproof Eyeliner. It's $5 at Target, and this is what I used to start defining my teeth. And I will say this product was amazing for doing that. So if you're looking for a cheap product to create just your skull teeth, I would highly recommend this one. And so as you can see, I'm just kind of following the guide that I did with the nude eyeliner. I was able to still kind of see through the white paint. So as you can see, I'm just kind of following the guides and just drawing out the teeth now. So what I did to the top, I'm doing to the bottom, and actually I pressed my lips together to help it look as symmetrical as possible. And I will say that next time I'm probably just gonna cover my entire bottom lip black, just because if I am going out or if I'm drinking or eating or anything like that, it's not gonna ruin the teeth. And I found that the longer that I had it on, it was still kind of smudging. So next time I will probably just color my bottom lip black and then just kind of creating the teeth underneath the lip. Now this is where you start to see the actual creation come to life, is whenever you start to shade. So just take any black eyeshadow that you have. I was using one from the KVD Shade and Light eyeshadow palette, and it just is super, super, super black. But this is where you really start to see dimension. This is where you start to see the texture. This is where you start to see things come to life, just whenever you're adding any of those shadows or lights. So now with a teeny tiny little brush, I'm just going into the hollows of the teeth and just adding more shading in there. And this is what I was talking about whenever it started to get a little messy with the bottom half of my mouth, the bottom teeth. Things just started to look like a little goatee or like a little soul patch, and I was not liking the direction that it was going. So probably next time, like I said, just kind of starting the teeth in a different area. But you just want to go into the hollows of the teeth in between each one and just kind of creating these upside down V's. And that'll really give the illusion that there are teeth. So I'm taking that waterproof eyeliner pen from Wet n Wild, and I'm going back in and redefining the lines of the teeth just because they did get a little lost whenever I was going in with the eyeshadow. So you can just take the waterproof eyeliner pen or whatever black paint you are using and just going back in there to define. And then I'm just taking the white cream paint and going back in and just adding some more light to the teeth because they also did get a little lost with the black eyeshadow. And then just making sure to go in with a white eyeshadow to set it afterwards so that way it doesn't move, honey. And then of course, since I'm a perfectionist, I had to keep going back in there and adding more detailed lines. So just kind of, this was sort of like my own personal choice. I was just going back in and just adding a little bit more detail to the teeth and then adding more detail to like the hollowed jaw and cheekbone area just to really give it some depth and dimension. And I think the more details that you add to it, the more realistic it's gonna look. All right, everyone, and that concludes this glam school makeup look right here. Of course, if you already have the top portion of your makeup look, all it takes is just a little creativity and imagination just to figure out how you want the bottom half, which is the skull part of the makeup look, and how you want it to look. So I went, of course, a little heavily detailed on the bottom half, but you can keep it very simple and just do the lines for the teeth and just sort of like the cheekbone sketch out of that, and then there you go. I will have all the product details listed down below in the description box, so if you're curious as to what I used or links to where you can get them, definitely check that out. As always, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, click that bell for notifications, and happy Halloween, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!